You are watching Liberty Online TV.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Orange.
The Ministry of Social Welfare, in collaboration with the National Commission for Persons with Disability, Sierra Leone Union on Disability Issues, organizations of persons with disabilities, and our development partners, joined the world to celebrate the International Day of Persons with Disabilities on the 3rd December at the Miata Conference Car Park, Uri Building in Freetown. This event will be marked by advocacy on the rights and privileges of persons with disabilities in relation to the Persons with Disability Act and the United Nations Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disability, the Amman Berlin Declaration, and other declarations that Sierra Leone is a signatory to.
So, what will happen on this day?
On the 3rd, the day itself, we will have the celebration starting with a wheelchair parade in the morning. Then the event itself with speeches and commitments from the government and our development partners, followed by a panel session on the rights and privileges of persons with disabilities with ministries, departments, and agencies. Then a talent exhibition and fashion show, music, dance, and drama.
Is that all?
Not at all. On the 4th of December, we have partnered with the UN Women to have a very informative and engaging town hall session exclusively on women with disabilities.
Together, let us amplify the leadership of persons with disabilities for an inclusive and sustainable future.
Country like Salon also every decision they touch the life of plenty people. One program they bring the voice of the people to the heart of politics.
This na Politics and the People, the program where they give the power to the people, explain the truth, and bring the leader them close to the citizen them.
Real discussion, real voice them, real impact. Join the debate and make them hear your voice.
Every Tuesday, 8 p.m. na you platform where they turn up for the truth and civil engagement. Only on Liberty Online TV.
Let me talk about politics. Let me talk about people. Country like Salon also every decision they touch the life of plenty people. One program they bring the voice of the people to the heart of politics.
This na Politics and the People, the program where they give the power to the people, explain the truth, and bring the leader them close to the citizen them.
Real discussion, real voice them, real impact. Join the debate and make them hear your voice.
Every Tuesday, 8 p.m. na you platform where they turn up for the truth and civil engagement. Only on Liberty Online TV.
Let me talk about politics. Let me talk about people.
To 10 o'clock in the evening. It depends on how the discussion can go. Yeah, we discuss politics and governance in this country. And of course, as we all know, for making any country grow, we can always get elections and involve politics. During the elections, and then they would put leaders them for then a different position them for make transformative change them na different sector them in the country. And for the past years, this country has experienced two political parties, the APC and the SLPP. Where then two parties there, so now they don't drive development through the different position of them can hold, whether it be president, minister, or any position they can hold for rule the people them in this country. And so we can bring them for answer to questions. Like always, when they get different topic, then we get to know your interest, and we also they talk about how we go push development in the country. This evening, we they look at young people and business. We all know say young people them get now one of the greatest number of this country in population, and they get a role for play. You get the one they're moving at the private sector, you get the one they way then at the public sector. You get the one the way believes they don't get work it. You get the one the way they in a learning institution and they try to get academic excellence. So today we want to look at from where President Bio don dey in power for the past 7 years, how it don dey help for look at young people them business. So we ask if President Bio in government prioritize young people them issue, particularly youth empowerment in this country. And this evening I get sober people them with there so from the House of Parliament, because them people are so now then they represent the people them directly. Then they represent a good number of people them. And then the people then they ask questions many a times. So we send on a parliament, so I don't do. And that's if we can get the opportunity for call the people them from the executive, even the judiciary, for them can tell them what they don't do. So many a times so we can get them so they can be able to talk better than waiting maybe some executive member that's go able to talk to them, because they can get limitation. But they want to interact with every sector, and so then they in better position for tell we which don't happen, because then they go report to them now parliament every year. Even the president they go there for go report. My name is Alex Lawrence Koma. This evening I want to welcome the ladies first. For the very first time we get Honorable Sia Ma'awa Tommy. The other name they stress me. But SLPP member of parliament, a very young person, and we can discuss young people and also member of the youth committee in our parliament. So India also represent the Sierra Leone People's Party. Common Akono. So a very good evening to you.
Good evening.
All right. So it is also for discuss, for can tell you what them party don't do for promote young people them. Or if you're not doing that again, we'll know later on. And also for welcome Honorable Ibrahim Barry, in a APC member of parliament. Not to the first head on the Canada studio, on the car. So himself a very young man. A very good evening to you, sir.
Good evening, Alex. Good evening, Sierra.
I would have loved to ask how they manage as young people in our parliament, but slow not kill the discussion. And I'm for bring you for something you will say. Young people them, of course, you know the committee. And young people them now they play a key role in the development of this country. How you go describe President Bio, how he prioritized young people them in government from 2018 when he came as president, or in our government generally?
Okay. Good evening, Lawrence, and good evening, Sierra Leoneans. So I go start for say, we not ever get any government in this country where they prioritize young people and business like President Bio. President Bio, now only under President Bio in government, where we they see young people they get position of trust. Trade, they say young people we not fit for all certain positions there. We for be followers there. But President Bio don't come, he don't change the narrative. Because he believes say young people we a key component when it comes to development business. And anything for a country go before a nation develop. If the young people not agree, if the young people mind they know they to task, it's difficult, no matter how the government try. So because President Bio no say young people they play a key role in that, it make use of the youth power. So you see, since 2018, where President Bio can power, in government, it be get plenty young people in there. They not been there as ministers, but they be all key positions them. Let's say, for instance, the current chief minister who been get. During that time, he be then at the STI. Because President Bio no say a very resourceful, he go pull am, he bring and come. Because he believes say young people they do them. There are other young people also where he incorporate come inside the governance system. For sure say young people he don't say what we they cry say we want a seat at the table. He give it the seats. So now President Bio don't change the narrative. Now not all the narrative not there again say if young people can be trusted. If we they ask for let them trust we. Now the narrative don't change. Now let you prove now say we can be trusted. Because President Bio don't entrust we with power. He don't show we now say, I believe una can prove. So far, if we they look back into President Bio, in things the way he don't do, if you want to make a highlight, things the way President Bio don't do, from in first term, for sure say, in a president where they prioritize young people and business. So when President Bio come, he launch series of youth programs them. We get for do with young people them. Yeah. We all be know say we been get this national youth service something. So President Bioka, what he do? He can strengthen them. We know say young people they come out from university, now just waiting they go teach we from the lecture room, kind of the universe. We don't get the skills, we don't get the know-how. like how for go work in a certain institutions them. But we get this National Youth Service where they prepare young people and minds them. They prepare you with skills, prepare you with experience for like able can compete in the job market, because the job market can be very competitive and government not able for employ everybody where they come on a university. So for like you able get a chance for competing at the job market, government ensures say strengthen the National Youth Service for ensure say when you go through your 21 days training, you get a 1 year placement na government institution, you go don't learn, you don't get experience. So when you go now for go apply for job, you get something where you get for go where you go compete with. You need to go again as you come on a university. And also, we been get this youth empowerment scheme. We're under the youth empowerment scheme. Now the government's been promised and go provide 500,000 jobs from now to 2030. And we see government not only talk but we see the things the way governments do. Governments put certain things there in place. We see a lot of people and get grants where they support a lot of young people we get youth organizations where government supports with grants. We see and most of them one in the government prioritize women them and also people with disability, people who are marginalized groups of people within our community there. Government prioritize them. Then projects are not in the way not just explanation, not in the way we see invisible as society. Also, we get the National Life Skills Framework. We're just like how I mentioned. So, the Ministry of Basic Education and UNICEF then develop a program where then they try for integrate into the education system where it go where for train people on critical thinking, problem solving. Because when you come on a university, you need to get certain skills them for able to work in an office, for able to survive in the corporate world. So they don't create them this certain way they call and they launch them for ensure say they're able. I know say there are a lot of research where they go now around them for see how they're able to integrate them into the school system. So from then to now, and we also see in this 2024, we see government's President Bio launch the Youth Employment Promotion and Livelihood Program, where the intent of this project now for benefit over 2,700 young people across the nation. And this project, under this program, we see governments focus on areas that we get for do with fishing, transportation, and businesses. So the one thing where governments do under this program, there was a time where we see where governments give out tricycles to young people. Of course, so this one what they do today. There was another one where they launched today. But this one happened in 2024, where in November 2024, where governments distributes 200 tricycles to young people across the nation. So one, governments give them a tricycle for help them for be self-reliant, than a one, and also help with the transportation problem generally in a salon. So when you make your money, you also they give service to the nation. Also, we see under this program where governments give 50 fishing boats to rural young people for help them with their coastal life, and also just ordinary fishing boats now fishing boats we get good accesses them, we go help them for going to sea and able for be lively, do them fishing activities and also be self-reliant in the process. Then also governments give 40 support to female youth-led organizations them for let them able for grow, for build them up. So also government been get for give 864 startup grants to rural youths them for also help them for build and self-reliance and there are plenty things the way government don't do from 2018 to now. For sure, say government really care about young people and business.
So in general, the SFP government prioritize youth empowerment.
No government no ever did in this country. We don't ever prioritize young people and business compared to President Bio. And nobody no go do them better than President Bio.
All right, continue for them to come back to you. Let's bring Honorable Jallow, Honorable Barry. You don't listen to Honorable Sarah. We just to highlight some of the things that we then government do for young people. And of course, young people then they play a key role. They talk about the rural youth empowerment project. They talk about other projects them way the minister they do for government only do for support young people. Them from the APC point of view, you feel said President Bio don't prioritize youth empowerment in this country.
Yeah, thank you so much. And in terms of commitments to young people,
it's very clear. We see the president make a very, very strong commitment during the 2023 elections campaign, where he promised the people of this country, the young people in particular, for create 500,000 jobs, where it's a huge one, you know. And then we don't see over the years, young people are being used as a campaign tool, but when it comes to the reality in terms of benefits, the young people are always the back end. My sister with the Hamilton are members of the youth committee, and then we don't go around from last session to now for visit some of their sites there. We see. Today I follow one events. Namelti Magai, where the president through the Ministry of Youth then go launch the status of youth reports. Namelti Magai. So I want for start for quote directly from the status of youth reports. We now the Ministry of Youth, the current government champion, for look at the status challenges where young people in general they face, and in particular regards to employment and capacity building. The report shows say we get high skills mismatch now the country, you know, not to just forget the capacity, but when the required capacity, the required skills them, you know, for far too long, most of young people and they learn things the way you come now to a field where they require, mostly there is a skill mismatch. That same reports the way that through the Ministry of Youth, it shows there is limited access to opportunities for young people. We still they are among one of the highest unemployment rates for young people in the world, not just Africa. Fragmented youth programming, with poor coordination, exclusion from policy making. So this not just for quotes from the statements of the youth reports, where I go say now part of the this government their own research where they said on champion. I agree with my sister that there has been bold and strong commitment to address the challenge of young people. But however, again, myself would say, you see, this now the period this at the moment where both now the education sector and to the young people, where we don't experience the greatest shock or threat to the existence of young people, where now the current issue of drug abuse now in country, where it's so alarming that we young people at the moment you go down at the Congo Cross Bridge, you go to the slums, you go all over the country, they battle with this drug, where I go say to them, they are victims of a dangerous cabal of neglect, because the drugs, where this kush and the cocaine and all, na failure now we part as a country for protect we young people.
Again, government go take a crisis where they come to the face, not to let them they do them directly.
No, well, that's the responsibility. Government, you are the driver. We have a responsibility to protect our borders. We have a responsibility to empower our National Drug Law Enforcement Agency. We have a responsibility to rehabilitate these people. So I agree with my sister. There is a strong commitment, but then again, at the moment, we have the greatest existential threat towards the young people of this country. Some of us are directly affected. We have brothers, we have sisters, where some don't even come on our university, the battle with this addiction. So we are still, commitments, promises are being made, but then, for example, when you look at the KUSH rehabilitation efforts, this now something way from last year, from 2024, 2024 last year, where we declared a national public health emergency. We get the national, we get district task force, but then we now get rehabilitation centers there across all the districts, now some specific areas them. So there are serious gaps. We are still among a very high rates of young people where no get job, you get some, we get job, where the condition of service very poor, you know. And even within the education sector, where the government don't make from 2018 to 2023 a flagship program through the free quality education, a drive for empower young people through that scheme day, we see over the 1 to 3 years the introduction of this how you call CAS it lead to high rejection rates of we young one they wait for take public exams, the WAS, the issue of that caste portal, so all of those things. And so the challenge is also massive. There is a strong commitment, but the challenge is so massive that when I be come, I be look at we they begin debate the budget hopefully tomorrow in parliament. So normally coming from a young person's perspective, I believe look at still how much we gain at the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency. It's still minimal. And if you take into consideration the fact that this at the moment now a major threat for young people, because if you really say we young people get this job, get this capacity, now way they're healthy, so the first thing we want to play with now for ensure say we empower them. Now the way you come under 212 National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, now 5 million, then they allocate to the NDLEA for this, and we are talking about this now. Somebody where the head don't come out, you don't say we say they are underfunded. They say even bike they not get. We seen a Liberia, the president gave about recently 6 Land Cruisers them to the National Drug Law for empower them. So for me, at a time where would they say, okay, we'll get this major crisis in our country, there is no institution where we for better empower reach the drug law enforcement and other related organizations and for protect the young people of this country.
We will basically look at the drug and how they affect young people and when I will just one aspect. But Honorable Tommy just say in terms of youth empowerment, no government never do it. And when our government don't serve this country for 10 years, just follow we even forget about what happened. But after Pakaba, after the war, if the APC government don't serve this country for 10 good years, and for make Honorable Sona say this government don't do more empowerment for young people than any other government. Do you agree with that?
No, well, I can't agree because first, it shouldn't be governance and continuity. You understand? After the war, we see President Kaba try for rehabilitate strength institutions, and we see where we save come. We prioritize infrastructure, free healthcare, because by then we country now be one of the worst in terms of maternal and infant mortality. We see outside and today, then say they're proud of infant mortality improvement. It's because of the foundation where they meet. For me, I agree. During we own time, we make solid commitment to young people, and there was full grant in it for people at the universities supporting students them for able become solid professionals. Them, through the Ministry of Youth, we move from we dedicate a whole ministry for youth affairs. Creates opportunities them. But then again, yes, they are making efforts, but where you come for consider the challenge. The crisis that what they experience today for where they affect young people, it not be ever this so. So for me, it's also a policy mismatch that yes, you are prioritizing, but then you get serious sores every day, and something is wrong. You understand? So there is the bold commitment on human and development. They've made strong commitment.
But again, when you listen to him, he made mention of the Youth and Fishing Initiative, that program where the government will introduce. He also make mention of the grant for female-led organization of 40 women. Them, he make mention of another youth scheme where he say they help for improve young people. So he talk with fact and he give example of things the way they don't do. Apart from the drug way, of course, we can look at them how it don't affect it. Don't talk about the response, the government response way for you believes the government is serious about them. With all in fact in the way he puts in, obviously this government don't do more. Because if I have to point out as a former government, we did this.
No, Alex, one thing way I not go and let we limit the discussion to. Frankly, it is not an SAPP APC issue. Let we focus on young people status. You understand? I know Bukaya for camping say we who do this for young people who the SAPP. No, we roll. Members say opposition also the parts of government. It go surprise you for no say the youth committee in a parliament. Now APC the leader as chair and my sister Anna part of. So we are part of governance. It is not an issue of APC by them versus SAPP. No, it's about for all as a constructive opposition, how would they ensure say we checkmate the government for ensure say we draw them attention to problems and continue. That's you have a critical role to play as an opposition. So to be honest, I know one let we draw to a competition of voters APC donor for the youth to SLPP. Now, but rather let we look at holistically the challenges of young people. You know,
like for compare, but to say you get two parents in the house, this person they say this Mr. Bamari do well past me mama. You understand? You for compare. So now we will already I don't begin for compare. We just purely want to look at President Bio administration. But again, if you not be done serve before, then honorable is they say no government, no don't pass. So like you already don't get.
No, you not say no government. Actually, she's doing her job.
Say, so now I make her ask question do your job.
Yeah.
Say the government, this government don't empower young people to pass any other government. You agree?
No, I not gonna agree. Why make I they agree?
Yes, but if you give me convincing, because you already give me convincing points.
Yes. Why make I not go agree? Because you and I know. And you know, let's forget about written statistics. You and I know, Alex, if we come out today, they will go outside. We go na the slums, we go na the entire bases there, we go under the bridge, we go and say this government don't do more. People ask us if we are living in another world. You know, because commitments and reality na something way different. Me they tell you now, say, at the moment, we young people of this country, then they in the worst shape ever before this moment. True or false? The young people of this country at the moment, then they in a worse shape. So, they are faced with addiction, they are faced with unemployment, they are faced with lack of jobs and opportunities, and then they are battling with drug addiction all over today. So again, if my sister in the talk say now they don't make commitment, I agree. You know, one thing where you cannot take from the government is commitment. They are good when it comes to feed salary, is a good one. It comes to free quality education, is a good one. But at the end of the day, the results.
So the implementation is the problem.
Implementation is always a problem.
So, Honorable Tom, I'll bring you quickly. Honorable Baggy, they say, even though they say young people, this on our government, don't push young people them past any other government, this current government. So now, Honorable also they say, the status of young people then they worse past any other time. I agree.
For the fact that governments give reports on the status of young people, the report alone now a commitment for sure say government ready for do more for young people, yeah. Then me brother they dwell on kush. Every government don't get in share of drugs business in this country. You know what they mean say? It means say drugs business is not political, neither religious, nor tribal. Drugs business is about money. And the government don't recognize say the issue of drugs na a menace. And because na a menace na society, government don't put plenty things there in place for say it combats the kush business.
Honorable, they say now not prioritize. Say even this budget, what them put for the drug agency is too small.
All right. So waiting our me brother no na that. Our me brother not only dwell on the kush business where they go. The moment if we not left for politicize this kush business, we dey trivialize the whole thing. And when we trivialize the whole thing, it become more problem. What are they lost? Now we they lost because the drug lords then they go about and make more money because the issue of kush is about money making. Yeah, kush is not a political something. It's not really not religious. It's not tribal. If we try for politicize, we try for make a religious something or tribal or make a tribal something, we don't realize them. Then we don't lost the focus. Low focus on fighting the menace. What in governments don't do? If we say we go back to the days of Ernest Koroma in government, what's it be there? Now click. You know they feel free for past that it's after 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Because you're not safe. The youth say, Udana 5-0, Udana di. Why you say 5-0, the next thing are for chuk. Quick, remember doing the internet day. Quick, they don't stab, you don't say they don't stab person. They don't chuk person. The one good employment where the young people let me get that 10 day. Now for dance debut. for pool devil. Now be the one best thing that the way APC government do for young people in this country. But when President Bioka, he said no, young people una not to just perpetrators of violence. Young people una get key role for play when it comes to development. Una can at the table. Una don't they say, una need a space at the table, una need a space at the table. Don't try the old one them. We not say let the old one then go. We want for them near the low land. President Bio here you be cry. It bring we can near the old people. Una can get experience. Don't begin from the parliament. So say me and my brother they serve. The parliament is a youthful parliament. The leadership of the parliament, from the speaker, the leader of government business, the deputy leader, they are young people. Now we go to the judiciary. Before now, when you say magistrates, now white here you look for. But now go check. The magistrate then now we get. Now young people, and they're not just young, but they're competent. Then they're up to task. You go to the executive arm. President beyond your appointments the way you make. We see a greater percentage of them now young people. And our young people and way they deliver. Not a young people away just there because of a one for fill the quota of young people and no. Now young people and among the young people and the way you check there, you also see say it also prioritize woman there. Yeah. Now then all now for sure say President Bio, where he talk and say he they do this, he do and because President Bio now somebody where he don't make a commitment to something, you know they only make commitment to, he they work towards that. All them tell me but whether they talk so. Because President Biodo say he want to do more on youth empowerment, that make him mention her in the status report. Because the government is willing to do more. So let me go back to the issue of Kush, yeah? Government not just sit on full hand and full foot. Government don't put plenty things there in place for ensure say we combat this menace where we face right now in our society. During the APC term, and as myself began in crisis where he face. This now we on crisis self we self don't face, but we not sit on full and full foot because President Bio believes say the young people of this nation we are key driving factors for development. As I say,
get some corner there people in the talk say if not people like the mayor of Rita Obiri concerned other people them, on a government of do nothing for address this issue of the drug, particularly the Kush.
Before the mayor they make a statement, governments be already declare a state of health emergency.
They say not be effective, implementation not be effective.
It was on.
So let me bring it out.
So I just want to mention few things them
right, okay.
Under the Kush where me brother they talk about. So government don't put together 3 centers them for rehabilitate the Kush victims them, yeah. We get one within a Dau military barracks. We get another one when a Bo Gundama military barracks. We get one Peace Mission Center and a Freetown. So Daru currently get 40 people away there. Bo gets 53. Then Freetown we get 103. Then at the centers they are all in general. We don't able to rehabilitate almost 400 people. And what thing government they do? Government not just they say okay we don't rehabilitate one there so we they left the let them go. No, government get plans, yeah. So what thing government they do? Governments get a model where they use for do this rehabilitation. One, government they ensure say make provision for social workers them and train addiction specialists them. People away their specialty now for now addiction, how for help people and forget over addiction. Because you know once like where you don't work on this person for 1, 2, 3 months, there you see say the person forget a relapse. A relapse that way they go back. And then they can be worse. When somebody don't they like get over the drugs, then they can get a relapse. So we get not to just people away then go take as volunteer. This not train people and train and qualify people away in the centers there for help them young people there for able let them come back to how they be done it. And also where government don't able for rehabilitate someone there, what thing government they do? They get a reintegration program. Where this program here so government they work with the Ministry of Youth, the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education, and the Ministry of Higher Education. What thing government they do? Because most of the young people here, where they into these drugs, now people away either they be they go school or they be they college. Government no want for left them back let them go at it. Because if you don't tell them say Kush bad, you don't try for take away from Kush, you get for sure waiting at the right way. So government they ensure say them bring them come back na school or na university. Side the BD. So this now the if we talk about the negative side, let we also talk about the positive things the way government don't they do so far. So far, government don't able for bring them come back. The one them way not be the go school. Government don't put them into skill training programs to let them get skills. So when they come back into society, then they come as a new person. We get something for offer to society. Yeah, and we know say governments no more no go able for do everything because it get for do with funding, and government sometimes can get limited funding for those implementing projects or programs. But because of government always plenty awareness by this drugs business, say it's not good, and we all know say it's not good. We see the damage they cause. Government are able to attract private sponsorship, like private people and they come in now, they give support. There's some people they give yes, some man they count cash. So people also don't they get the awareness. Say drugs business not even no fine. It damping whatever improvements your government is trying for make. If we're not able to combat the drugs business, well, especially we get for do with young people, we're not able to see it reflect well. So because of government don't create that awareness, we all don't know say it's not good. So people are coming now for join the fight for support. And I think say what we say for do me and my brother and I we say now a member of the youth committee. In fact, he's the deputy chairman for the youth committee. Now when we all come together as young people, when we go out there, let we talk to the young people and they say, kush not to the right way, not to the best. So man can say, oh, I smoke kush because I get problem where I smoker and they forget about time. Let I didn't know for do as a leader, we all get a responsibility now as leaders for help fight this. Not of us sit down and begin say, na SPP na enka out kush or na SPP. No politicize them. The moment we begin put politics permanent in there, so it become difficult for fights.
The difficulty why it's difficult for no politics. Just a good thing mention say the Anescoma regime be full of cliques. You understand? So now when they say when your regime full of kush, we of course we're not able for like manage them well. He explained some of the moves we don't take for drop them. But again, you also get this question of the presidency. You know, the first family name. Some of them family members they name them, then they align them to these drug issues, and they arrest them all when they make. We know the stories aligned to the reality of the thing that they happen with this drugs business. So possibly that's now it's honorable to point out, say the government they make some lapses.
All right, so one thing I will continue for say is that government they use different approach them for combat the kush. And me, I will tell you say there is progress. Government approach might not be the best, as you say, but it's a work in progress. Yeah, it's a work in progress. Government don't recognize the fact that there is a problem, there is an issue, and government is working towards combating the problem. Yeah,
the drugs are a little bit taking out to
all right.
Other youth issues. Way, of course, unemployment still be a serious concern at this country. And like they say the youth report they launched, they say skills alignment gets issues. Get somebody who they go study, for example, some courses from a college, and not in line with what you want for the job market not even there for them kind of thing. They also report on the show say, for example, 56% of young boys pick it up they go school. Now they normally complete school. The balance they drop, and also 67% of girls now they no more can go through. So you still get a huge number of they drop. Skills training is still a serious challenge. Of course, dynamic. You see the report and they highlight say the skills gap there. People are not savvy all and so what you want to do as a government for address, even though you highlight some of the things they do, but for look at some of the issues. And of course, we get rural migration, rural urban migration. We very serious because we are able to feed salon. But how government don't they do investments for going to the rural communities? Make me with it free to answer, for example, don't get better work for before I push on wheelbarrow, I go back and do farming. Which one they do as a government for address some of those things?
All right, so you talk about unemployment. So one thing we all agree to that government is never the biggest employer. Yeah, that's not the easy way make. They encourage the private sector for come and can invest, because now where the private sector can invest, they're able for help with employment. But notwithstanding that, we always see we get the middle manpower. Yeah, not so everybody go be employed in an office system. Not everybody go be directors. Not everybody go be manager. Yeah. So if government they count then job creation programs there, now for let young people and be self-reliant. We all know say let we face the reality. There are young people and we not able to go through, not because they not get the opportunity, but they're not able to go through and complete university and get a degree. Yeah. And they also, we need them in our society in different level. So because governments no say everybody is important, every young person is important towards the nation building, government they create a way for letting themselves be self-employed. The commitment to President Biobi makes say for create 500,000 jobs by 2030. If we go through the implementations the way this government don't do, we go see say government really don't make huge progress in that area. Yeah, government not talk say President Biobi not been talk say we can have power. They make every young person go sit on our office. We not get the job. We not get their job facility then they. We get limited opportunities them. But what the government they try for do now for ensure say they're able for capacitate young people them, let they able go out there, be self-reliant, be self-employed. So for instance, the one the way government give then keke tricycle. Now employment, yeah. Then they make money. Also, they help the country with transportation. If keke they know they run at it, bike man they know they run at it. It is difficult for me and you for move when no get motor car. Yeah, the one the way government provide their fishing boats them for. If people know they're gonna sea for go fish, we know they get good fish for it, and we need protein. So now, and that also now job creation because when they go fish, then they can sell. We buy, we self eat because we need protein. Then they self make money. Now job creation. People away to go fishing, you know they go say they go put them in office. Then na skill job then they want then they. Not a job where you need for sit down our office for. We get plenty. We get people away youth in agriculture. We get young people away there into when na carpentry they learn. Then chairs they are sit down pass so they beautify your places there. Then get a young workshop. They learn them like on a professional level. These are all. They learn their skills then. If we not get them people in our society, we're not able to get them things they are we get. So we need them. We get people away there into welding. If we not get welders them, if everybody sit on our office, everybody in a director, everybody in a manager, where you need welders them, also we pull them. So this na commitment. Government not been talk say where it can, for example, not say they can create 5,000 jobs, 500,000 jobs, where all the young people and they can occupy office spaces them or be managers or directors. And no, President Biobi not been talk so. He say they can make young people and self-reliant. And so far now it don't they do. Because when they give you trade, then they show you how for they take the fish give you. What is the President Biobi do now? They show you how for fish. Because when he learn you how for fish, the day where you know they don't go fish for yourself.
So la only honorable Tommy, la bring honorable Barry. So I didn't give people them fish, and they land there for fishing.
Thank you very much, Alex. You know, like when I bring the issue of the drug crisis in the country as the greatest threat for young people at the moment, and then my sister advised say let we not politicize and not to politicize. It just feel like we will bring them na parliament. You know, the speaker say people they exaggerate the issue, but this is something we need much more than exaggeration, safe. Because the thing is, say what you may, we will only talk about young people going to universities, young people becoming self-reliant if we able to protect them. You know, you and I, when we in at college, we will get all those challenges, but will not be exposed to waiting them exposed to so today. And I tell people and say, them people that are not to say that by choice, some of them they into them drugs there now as a result of failure for protect them. They are victims. You understand? So we need more emphasis because we hear say young people learn, young people. I didn't at the university, at the lecture at University of Makina. I don't see situation. Also, the young man they come up other areas and they come for go read law, for go read public health, for go do computer science. 1-2 years. Now, different thing. Now, battling with addiction, battling with kush. I don't see some people that families, they don't withdraw them, they defect. So, it's a serious situation because no matter what thing we they do for the young people, them, the reality now that they have to be protected, and the current situation is scary. You understand? It is out there. You go down, you see young man then get source them and all. And on the side of the issue of the unemployment, like I say, I start for quote the status of youth report where I agree it's a commitment from government for looking into the challenges, but it is still massive. It is still you come out right now, you go, you engage young people them from entire basis them to youth hubs them. The crisis is still alarming. But like what my sister say, of course, not to everybody they will come end up in our office with coat and tie. But the role of government now is to ensure we create the enabling environments, create the opportunities there. Of course, me and my sister have been a part of a team of who good oversight for look at the investments where government they do now the car wash them where the Ministry of Youth been create. What we gonna boy, you know what you go see. Now what you call on internet consequences instead of empowerment, now then car wash and some of them they now they become a drug zones them. You understand? So this particular moment we need a lot. For me, for example, when I open the budget, when I begin reader, the first also I run for go. Now for go look at what in the area of tackling, empowering the drug law enforcement agency. What in the area of combating. If you check, you look at the budget, for example, you will notice the putting and put now Ministry of Youth, added Youth Commission, added NDLA, a less than the Office of the Chief Minister, which they allocate for the Office of the Chief Minister. So when you say human development is part of your priority, empowering, we don't declare the current health crisis as a public health emergency. I believe if we begin reflect from the allocation and your budget force, at this moment, there is no institution where for empower more, reach the drug law enforcement agency, the health institution, them, the enforcement bodies, them, the Ministry of Youth, the social welfare. Even though they say at this point, a whole country will get a deadly situation with this, we talk about just 3 rehab centers. You understand? This not all we are not politics, we are all agents. Some of us in our community there with the support, they pull your money, they support rehab centers. Then some of us, our family members are directly affected. So that's why the alarm to governments that more than any other time, redirect funds that way you go use right now for travel or use it to empower the drug law enforcement agency, use it to empower a rehab center, use it to create more spaces. You understand? So like I say, you can do I call them Vox Poba. You can go around, go and talk to young people then go tell you the reality. So the market unemployment is also a challenge. And then the opportunities then for the young people, and still commitment is there. But again, like I've been saying in the beginning, the young people they are out there, not to just commitment they wait for. Today, why I see them launch some, I mean, they make fun with why SAPP MP in Parliament. I say, oh, SAPP would launching. I say, every day, when they launch. I say, if I now begin get report card programs where you can submit report card. You understand? So we make that funded today. So
if you listen within Honorable Tommy Joe, they say, for example, the youth in fishing program, they give the opportunity for young people to go fishing.
The youth in fishing
create markets for other people and for selling, get employed. The bike riding, other people and they go begin riding, bring money back to the state and all land. So like in office they don't get some of them when they launch.
Of course,
invisible.
Of course, it's good. Steps are being taken, efforts are being made, but I tell you for free say.
So if it's not realistic.
No, not to like realistic. It's not enough. It's not enough. I know say it's difficult for all reach a point of satisfaction. We'll go say, but it is still the gap is wide. Even the youth in fishing, the implementation of that program there and impact. There is a massive gap. We don't go right across. We don't see.
There's a time where this SPP supporter when they be in opposition, they describe on our own government some of that as cosmetic. So how you would describe some of these projects?
I think the projects where the current president referred to as cosmetic by then, away Then they see roads them, the expansion of the Wilkinson Road, opening of region to Jue, all of they say that na cosmetic development. But today, I believe say themselves don't see where they come out apply the car, we read Masheka, you at the coal.
So you're not satisfied with the implementation of the project during the launch.
Are they talking
so
now?
I would describe them.
Are they talking now as a young person? Are they at university? Are they deal with young people there? That the current situation. Now the worst situation for young people in this country, and it require government for act now for save the young people. Then
so they see the possibility for change.
We now that make we for push them, you and I, the media, we civil society, we not for allow government. Like when my sister starts, you see when it starts, you see now the best commitment that the government is don't make. Then me now there for reminder and say no. Why is you glad they say the government don't make strong commitment? They appoint young man the other side there, but it is also the worst scenario, the worst context at the moment for young people. Pull Honorable Barry aside, pull my perspective, go down and at the youth basis, then go talk to young people. Go down na the slums, see where young people they get source, they perish. You know, even though yes, we agree this is not something we should politicize, but we're not for keep much again for this because this. Now failure of we system now make we young people then they go into this and like I talked now the Truth Media the last time that the biggest commitment that this government will ever show us that they are really serious to fight the issue of drug and save our young people is to tell us the status of this drug lord where the Holland government don't send extradition request. Say this man, they don't see a picture of the president family. Then one no, another journalist can at this country, and then go investigate outside the band. They will see them withdraw, make them. So not to just like quoting the happy right now. They say they go catch people in an area. Say they see this with tramadol. These are all good fights. But the strongest commitment we could make is to extradite that man or give status reports on that man. The IGB we say not to. Just Bola Boli just there now Umaru Sharif. Well, where is that Umaru Sharif? Because we also need to be genuine in the fight. The reason why I make some of we know the silence to this, the drugs we young brothers and sisters they go into today. Now come they come with them. Now due to failure now we border system, due to failure in monitoring. So I agree. The ministry now, the Ministry of Education, Youth and Sport, not also ABB, we separate her. We make her force youth and sport. Later, also say it is not enough. We need to get a stand-alone ministry. We make her into Ministry of Youth. We establish the youth farm Namasheka. We make other projects. Then say don't come. They make bold new steps. But now there is a crisis. What you for do? The crowd that the NGO world and the international community, when crisis don't come, they redirect and funds them. I swear to anything, Alex, this is not politics. Some of us are directly, our brothers and sisters are directly. I know friends that we went to Frabe College, graduated with honors. Today, if you see them, you cry. If you see them, you cry. So yes, steps have been taken. One side way,
so concern are the monitoring and implementation.
The monitoring and implementation, and let us do more. For me, every district deserve to get a rehab. Not for even say one side no more. Because not this is not the way you're gonna salo. We not get this crisis. So Bombali, we get push problem. Board and get, Kono and get all over. So we have to do more as a government, or else our gains. If we not fight so hard on tackling this drug abuse among our young people, our gains in the education and other sectors.
Honorable Tomido highlights, you know, they don't get rehab now, some side them now, some barracks we make mention of, you know, some, but 400 young people they don't
reintegrate.
Yeah, so you know, feel say they don't do enough, or they don't make some efforts with for like
no,
give them
I
applause.
agree. Efforts have been made. For me, me not be one of the voices the way be the in fact push for let make a public health emergency, and it was declared a public health emergency. Still, we see young people the challenge is there. Steps a bit like I say, considering the current situation, we have to do more. We need to get rehab centers in all districts. The reintegration program we need to increase work with vocational training institutes there, because like Queen says she's 100% right. That reintegration they back now another problem. I don't support about 2 young men in my community in Amakeni. They go there about 2 months at the rehab center where 1 young man at Makeni established. We then come. Then beginning at the area, so make after some say where they go Makeni now, they are back into it. So that reintegration they is very, very important. So one thing I will not I will not hesitate to say is that, of course, there are young people in governance, as she rightly said. There are young people who they see commitments, but then let us don't be carried away, because if we not put hands together, empower the institutions, then for save we young people then from this current drug crisis, against them now the other sectors, then the failures go overtake them. Because imagine somebody, you don't invest and through the free quality education, we don't pay for them. We young man, they are from primary, secondary, go university now, it go turn a drug addict. That it means we gains them with investments at the education sector go go born good picking.
So somebody just they ask now we comment section, they say if any other thing they apart from drugs, natural the way if you say bad way then they happen. So in other words, the government is doing
our attention just not to the issue of the rejection of pupils them now the public exams. You know about that CAS issue, eh? You know, say now the worst exam over the 1, 2, 3 years, we don't get the highest rate of rejection rate. People they wouldn't go say the name not come, this school year they not get them because of CAS issue, not CAS issue. Of course, I know say my sister through that basic education committee, but they also follow up with that. So it's not on all the sectors. On the education sector, there are challenges. Efforts are being made on the health sector, on the sporting industry. Opportunities are being created, but the challenges still they all over. Or any other sector where they think about. I make a start in the beginning for coach from the status of youth report where now the current Ministry of Youth now the NSS champion in Durham, that still among the challenges we have serious skills mismatch. We are still battling with unemployment, the informal work sector. You understand? So it is not just the area of drug. The only thing we make at the emphasize there, now like where you get a home, you go down work on the plumbing, you don't work on all the other sector. But if you careless fire kitchen, so I go destroy all the other areas there of the home, not doing. So it has to be prioritized, and we should not treat it lightly.
So bring you Honorable Siatop. If you listen to Honorable Barry, we told you to highlight so now they make effort. But monitoring now one issue, so of course when they careless they border them, and now they in control. Now for control the borders and all thing. Of course they say like the entry then out the country, the entire they come inside the country. We don't know they do proper monitoring. You agree with that?
No, I'm not agreeing with her on that. Because my brother Honorable they stress so much on the area of the kush. We don't go say we left the border they open. You don't go come on here, go na border, you don't meet security people in there. The border is always manned by the security sector.
So what we get this concern about drugs they pass and coming, sir?
So say in any society you get good and bad people in, right? Even the first world country, America. Okay, we're not gonna do a comparison to them, but every nation gets in your problem, gets good and bad people in. You get people always they feel say, then they able for balance the system, then they able for circumvent the system. And everybody know they get the same ideology. Some possibly, as I mentioned earlier, the issue of Kush, my brother, Kush is not political, is not religious, is not tribal. It's about money, drugs. The issue of drugs is about money. People can be easily tempted when they see money. People can be tempted, they not can get any integrity when it comes to money business. But if you say the government or they make strides, the government or they put security on the border, that not gonna be fair to the government. Because governments they allocate funds for that, to the security sector for that, for ensure say they provide security. But in all that, government don't really they try. Yeah? This country, we not get problem with laws them when it comes to drugs. We get plenty laws the way they condemn drugs, when they talk about drugs and all. But what thing governments don't do for ensure say we continue for fight this drugs business at this country, government don't strengthen their legislations the way we get. Government don't strengthen them with policies them. Where for ensure say, so that make you see now where government don't strengthen their legislations the way we get, you see the security sector, they fully they go into work now. You see the military, the police, you see when they crack down on people them. We dey see then they make series of arrests now in community. Now, I'm not saying they're not going to sell kusho, but it's difficult. Like, let you see no more now how it been there rampant. Let we accept the fact that there is progress being made. You might not agree with the approach the government they take, but it's a work in progress. Yeah? And we don't see where the security sectors in the crackdown on the drug lords said we see what in the judiciary itself don't put in place. Speedy trial. Kush case not in a court. The CJ is very firm when it comes to Kush business. He even give orders say court for sit on Saturday. For ensure say we not say with them Kush business, then they say, oh, they adjourn to this date, can this date. CJ don't give orders say court for sit on Saturday. And we they see the sentences the way they go now. Then they levy heavy sentences on them. For sure they say we not get no place na saloon for drugs business. So government really don't take the fight. And the way me honorable they talk about the allocation for the NDLA. NDLA, the drug business na a national project. Not a one person project. Not a APC project. Not a SLPP project. Na a national project. We mean say we all now we they come together. And not to just NDLA they fight the drugs. So yes, na day before. But you get other line ministries or agencies where they self-involved by the fight. We get public health agency. Then self they part of the fight. We get Ministry of Social Welfare. Then reintegration program they already talk about so. Then rehab centers there. Now under Ministry of Social Welfare. And after they don't come on the rehab centers there. Government they work with Ministry of Youth, work with Ministry of Education, both higher and secondary, basic, for ensure say they able go back. So you see, not to just NDLA no more they deal with that. Yes, we agree saying that the day before, but we get other agencies. So then one grade no go get all the funds allocation. Yes, not true. Say them funding. But if you check the budget allocation where them be gets, let me go and check. The other them be gets last allocation. So this one, you will say there is a great improvement. The allocation don't come up. That now for also show you say government is committed to the fight.
The concern is we get this crisis now where not to APC people all might affect.
Yeah.
But you still get huge budgets for the office of the presidency. You get huge budgets for the chief minister. And you even get part of that budget they get something about sanitary pads. We in budget higher than so how part get for do it picking them way sorry people that already die now. Why not prioritize the fight against drugs than go prioritize pad? So some of these are the concerns the way they say the government. I know they show a lot of commitment to them saying.
Well, if Sierra Leoneans and say the government not they show a lot of commitment to the fight against Kush, then it's not fair.
Not all. Well, now not the court.
No, you say you get a comment. Oh, okay. So honorable they see. And the thing is, honorable mentioned say they are part of the government. And indeed, opposition, they're part of the government. Yeah. So we all for take responsibility for what's in the go on. Yeah. Just like where I don't say, not on one great ministry or agency, they fight the Kush. We get different agency there where they come together in the fight against Kush. We not go say, as I tell you, now national something this so.
So
we not say
not enough. Say maybe after 6 months, all it's in the cut off.
No resources there. I just don't tell you say the last budget allocation where NDLA been get. If you watch the last one they been get compared to this one, they see say them budget improvements don't take place. So that they show say now commitment.
They come in.
You get the public health agency where the social welfare they self get budget allocation. We're part of them budget allocation. And they go to the fight against Kush. Yeah.
So honorable this reference where honorable Tommy don't make. Feel say it convincing for sure so the government's ready now for fight.
No, why make I know you get cross-sectoral institutions the way they come on board, but why make we they insist on it? Let's say for example, you see what happened in Liberia. There was 6 Land Cruiser there. 9 the president's key. Then a huge statement. Not only talk the man with the head NDLEA, when as Kai, former immigration, he say bike safe, you know, and this now then at the front line, we see them, they make them go down, they interact with them. So when at a time we don't make public health emergency, say what you may, you need for ensure say you empower the, and outside in fact the budget is still lay around more or less the same for the past 2-3 years. Now that area there. Now social welfare, like I be they say just now. We not for even they say now just 3 rehab centers or do this or so number. We need every district forget a state sponsored rehab center. You understand? Then the issue of what are the last question you asked me?
About the talk about the effort to government don't make.
Exactly.
You know, for
exactly.
So officer convincing enough.
Yes, because even though you get them other ministries, then get them primary responsibility. The whatsoever they do now complement the Ministry of Social Welfare and NDLEA. You know, so government need we need for double, because when you say you they prioritize this now you make you get for the it is show on how you empower the agencies. The way we come, we make we say the free healthcare one help the country for overcome the fight against infant and maternal mortality. We empower the Ministry of Health massively, established from regional hospital to district health management teams to PHUs, the structures. You understand, eh? So now the same thing we need for empower the NDLEA more, and then a Ministry of Social Welfare need for let we establish it now at every district level the rehab centers them. You understand? Because a key, very very important. Because and when and then at the rehab center they are like I be they talk just now about reintegration, then they save all the part of the but like I somebody ask you now the forum. Not to like with the limit government's effort all to the fight on drug issue, though it's a big challenge. But there are other sectors all over, from the agriculture to the education to the mines, that we get challenges them. For example, on the mines, we know what's happening at the district to my sister Common. Kwedu Holdings, the strikes of today, we don't get close to 1,000. I can't confirm the statistics. Way they out of jobs. You understand? And so all of them things, and it is very, very crucial. We look into them that we don't the efforts they make. Let we not see them. The failures they overcome them. The young people we young people are the biggest mineral we get as a country. According to statistics, over 50% of Sierra Leoneans stay between the age of 18 to 35. That is a huge blessing where we for tap into as a country, and we have we don't get problem with launching of programs, commitments, but we problem as a country now the end line, the end results. And today we don't get a big cancer. We don't enter within that drive day for empower young people them, where we for put all hands on deck, prioritize, make massive investments into the drug law enforcement agency, make massive investments into social welfare, create work with, like I say, I agree with her. Not government cannot be the main employer, but you get for create the enabling environments. Now you create the enabling environment for the private sector. Like that corner example, so now one, that was a huge failure on our part as a government. To now we don't make over 1,000 don't go without jobs or close to that. What are we doing to ensure that we not for participate, we for the participate now in how for protect, create more jobs for the young people them. Okay, so back to my sister. We are not limiting the conversation to drugs, but it is a serious challenge at the moment. The time where Ebola come, we see all other things would redirect them to Ebola, not to him. Where COVID come, we redirect everything. Let us treat this crisis more than how we fought Ebola and COVID. Understand? And then at the education sector, the free education, now massive investment taxpayers the RIPA makes into the people. We therefore deal with the issue of this rejection rate, because it is some people will tell you say, hey, my name not come, this they not come because of cars. We don't invite them. The Honorable AKK, we don't make so much around that. We don't invite the Ministry of Education. So all of those gaps we get for look into them, because say what you may, the young people. Now they are the resource. The reason why my sister they are today proud for calling us members of parliament, because we had a system that protected us, provided education for us through families, and we were not exposed to all the dangers there. So now the same way we fight again for the young people, let them say no, fall into the wrong activities or wrong hands. Okay.
Honorable, according to what Honorable Bai still say, you're not still convinced which the way when they do the fight against drugs and all this. But for me, I'll take them off from the drugs and we'll still look at the unemployment rate. A class will still get about 70% young people that will not do work. And even the one that will get work, 89.something% in a private job, and the salary is still small. So if even all the government fights these drugs, waiting as a party, not they consider as a government, not they consider for improve on young people in life in the country. Because in the next few years, the next few months, possibly government will overcome these drugs. Drugs will get for digging at the center. But you will still get young people, and I don't know if we take drugs again. According to you say the past government, then we get clicks. So what if these young boys normal back? Begin go back for the real people them. So which one are they do for improve on their life then?
All right. So Nadia have mentioned, tell you say, government not only they rehabilitate the young people in there, government also they work on for reintegrate them into society, yeah? Because you know go say you don't rehabilitate this person, you left him. Knowing say this person don't come off from something illegal, an illegal substance. Therefore keep in mind busy. Because you can normally say an idle mind is the devil's workshop, yeah? So government, let's say I go over them again. Government they work with ministries them. One, the youth ministry. There are some of them where not a school going pupils them, not a students in a college, but they're able for go. And some of them, we accept the fact that there are some young people that are not employable. The best you can do for them now skills training. So then one key thing where government they prioritize. Say, when we rehabilitate this person, we want for reintegrate her into society. We they bring them into a youth program, also they can get a life skill training, yeah? Where they go out in society now and become a self-employed person, we go be self-reliant, yeah? You don't need for rely on any other person again for getting survival. The one then when I be in school, when I school them be they go. Government they take them and just say, put them back in school. Also then stop, then continue. Government they work with the both ministries of education for ensure say we're able to achieve that one day. Because we don't want, we don't say, this person now come off from kush, it don't go back at it. We want to keep everybody busy. In as much as government not able to employ everybody, but government they able to ensure say create platforms them. Create the enabling environment where honorable they talk about for the young people get skills training. If you go to a country like Nigeria, Ghana, we they see things that we they come on and go buy na then country then if we can't do business na. Now young people and they make them. Now skills then go learn. Then slippers the way they see then Ghana slippers there. They get a brand. We already as you see them, you know say this is made in Ghana. They don't need to tell you. You go Kenya. Then get young people and way they get factories them. When na skills then they get. You get female where they into carpentry, where they make furnitures them. They are educated, but they are not in the offices. They didn't tech voc. Yes, we also get we get a female carpenter. So these are the things the way government they try for do. Yes, governments need for do more. That we know. But governments don't try. And governments there is a commitment for do more. But so far, we are on the right track. Government they on the right track. For ensure say, young people they are self-reliant. Yeah. And young people when you come up, when they pull you come up from the kush, reintegrate into society. So if me brother they mention about creating an enabling environment for the private sector for dwell, we always see President Bio, people they say, they fly too much, they travel too much. President Bio they travel, they go in other countries them. They go fund investors them. They go look for people away for camp, for can invest, for can help, for create job for the young people. But let me be honest to myself. If we get people in this country, we're not true to themselves. So man, they in our media, they say bad things about the country. We can forget say, now one race alone now we get. APC they come, SLPP come, na salon still there. And if we want the country for develop, let we be nationalistic. But some man go in our media, oh, President Bio is a killer. The country, na killing Boku na the country. The country thief Boku. All kind of bad things then. People know they say the good things about the country. How investor go be happy? Because what people and when they want to go na any country, na the internet they go. Go do research about the country for know how the country in status they. If you go, you na investor, you want come invest your money, you $1 billion. You go na the media and see people and when are citizens of the country, they say all sorts of bad things them. The country not safe, the country not this. How you they come for can invest your money? Knowing fully say, oh, now so and so thing that the people and they say about the country. So what do we also they say about the country now the media? It's very much important. Because if they come back and can hunt we in return. If President Bio travel go overseas for go find investors and for can invest. If the investor are not able for camp for can invest, it affects we. Because when any investor can invest, it creates job opportunity for Sierra Leoneans.
Because they don't politicize the country.
Well, politics na something when I everyday life something. Aristotle say man every man is a political a political animal.
But
So
you get when una be in opposition, you get people that must say a lot of things about the APC. Now when una in power, you also get people that already say you get some people some man don't take 20 years and even Canada this country, but you sabi give some stories who not even realistic about the country.
Lawrence, if we don't go back to the days they will be there now, will be there as opposition. How them they call SLPP? Mumu opposition. That's what people they call SLPP.
Yeah, the executive then.
They say SLPP na Mumu
But if
opposition.
you get active people them on the social media,
All right.
we like
During the day, we will value governance.
and at that time the media also be vibrant. For example, I've been at a local radio station.
So
We'll be very vibrant on the past governments.
all right.
Then they wouldn't they call us una SLPP. Today SLPP is calling us some of us una APC. So but
So
this is a country where
Then 10 and day, Lawrence, people they call SLPP Mumu opposition. You know why? Because SLPP na the most peaceful party where this country gets. Because one, we value peace. For me, where APC be in power then 10 and day. One day you not see any insurrection happen. You not see people in wake this morning, they say lockdown day because they try for overthrow and Escoma. No, because we value the peace of this nation. President Biono go through all that struggle we go through for bringing peace in this country. He hand over back to a democratic government and go can follow. He come back and can create problem for the country. President Bio, he get love for the country. He get love for the country.
I love the transfer to the young people.
Yes, and we even mean when an MP. Don't forget about President Bio when the national leader, when a member of parliament. The challenges and where they face, boku. Because there are things that when people want, where you know they within me reach for not able to do one for them. There are things there. There are things there exactly. There are things that people expect say a day within me purview for do. People not even know say all right. Certain things and the way they expect the MPs there for do. Now local council for do them. But we get for explain. So I just imagine me as a member of parliament. The challenge where me they face, you don't compare to President Bio. When are the leader for the country? So the thing they will be in our power, Lawrence. Where APC be in our power, then 10 a day. The country been peaceful, and Escoma he enjoy in rain. What will be they criticize? Now constructive criticism will be they do. So we know they go and incite people and say, "Una gonna treat."
If it's not that they miss with the APC, they are on point.
The APC, they are not constructive in their criticism. Governance, now both the ruling and the opposition.
But
in
not
governance.
civil listening to you.
No, I'm civil also.
They don't try for like At some point, some people even they ask if we're not able they sell out. So because don't be like I don't know. But anyways, we the fan way for end this program. But let's ask few questions. One question why we'll put some youth empowerment under the Bio-led government. If one for rate President Bio from 1 to 100, what's the place?
One for it and from 1 to 100. I think so far President Bio is doing well. And as I say, it's a work in progress. We still get more for do, and there is a commitment for do that more. So far, I think, President Bio go there. We will be the government will be around. Let's say a percentage. We don't pass 50%.
So
we don't pass 50% of we commitment.
So it's like officer now. How you go? You reach the government in terms of youth empowerment.
So youth empowerment in which sector? In all levels.
This government don't support young people them in this country for the past 7 years. For it being performance now.
So fine. If we talk about youth empowerment when it comes to people holding leadership positions, I'll say
you get the educational sector, you get the informal sector. For example, and by Canada, those student train today will graduate, get the youth in fishing we talk about, landing. Politically rates President Bio.
So
forget about statistics now. Rate youth empowerment 1 to 100.
So for me, I'll say when it can to areas where
from the opposition point of view.
Yeah. So
if they rate President
before the rate, I just want for recommend say for that we able salvage or for that we able improve the condition of young people we need for ensure say under skills and employment, align vocational and technical training with market and labor needs. Then they themselves capture na the youth reports. Okay, law provide internship, apprenticeship, mentorship programs for all. You understand? We get young woman there. They go do SRN. They go do programs there. We need for ensure say we create those opportunities for them. Job creation and entrepreneurship. At this level, for they think about establishing a national youth employment and wealth creation program for the empower young people then. All right, youth inclusion in governance. Yes, we see young people there, ministers. It is encouraging. But then, like how my sister be they say, not to we wear the coat and tie. Now the office no more for the member, for the also member, the informal sector, the bike riders, the keke riders. How we able promote, so that they able get sustainable livelihood. All right. Track progress using youth-focused indicators, okay? Cost of living, subsidize essential and provide targeted support for vulnerable youth. You understand? The drug abuse and mental health, build rehabilitation center, like I say, implement prevention programs and across all districts, not to 1 or 2 areas. Consolidate youth programs under a central body. So they will get the youth service, the youth commission, all NCR will be done put, but need for ensure say proper coordination there. Even agriculture and rural livelihood, provide inputs, machinery, training and market access for young farmers, digital tech ops and digital training. Empower young people where they will able leverage today the technology. So because me normally way I can always want end with recommendation. Like how my sister they say, not we believe say opposition we are part of governance. All right, and like how would it say I tell Simeon Johnny, my other colleague from Konon said the last time we want when we save the takeover, we meet young people we healthy. Now make you see every day we make noise around the kush. Not so politics we play around and but that let them make a priority. Let them help we for save the young people and because for now they need the steering, na President Bio the drive, the vehicle of this country. If you say low we give 10% to NDLEA, it happen because of the political will. If you say let we prioritize having rehab centers there, it happen because of the political will. So for me, the reason we cannot go score this government high because my conscience have not go allow me because young people them are out there dying. They get sauce there, na them foot there, they lead down. Some of them for come make kind interact safe. You understand, huge. You will get other indicators where progress they like a youth in governance. You see young ministers there. It's encouraging. It's a progressive drive. For example, I was so proud the last presidential speech in parliament, where we see all the MP there, see young ministers there, Salima there, Timothy there, I was so proud. No, well, I just they talk about
because
youth.
Again, appointing young person now one thing.
Now one, and then
they perform according to which
yeah.
expect to.
So that day, it's I will say you young person when they put you in a position, you get a big tax because imagine somebody who don't pass 80. You don't get much for loss again, but you then make it at something, they make you a minister, they make, you get for no say, you get for live long or you pick in, so you have a huge assignment where you know for play with them. You understand? So for me, efforts have been made, commitments have been made, but we are still uno below pass mark. We have to do more. We have to ensure we empower
them from 1 to 100.
1 to 10 or 1 to 100.
1 to 100.
No, I will not give them even above. I will not give them above 25, 30 because the gaps, the challenge is massive. It's still override. And especially at this time, you know, young people, they don't go right now, then get out themselves, then go meet the IGC. We want for do like what in Liberia do. We want for come and demand more for government. One of the Kush survivor, named Jadenba, then they try for mobilize something big. Like Liberia, the young people in common, in fact, the vice president, he joined them. The IG not give them the appeal. When you look, when the guy go on a radio station, they listen to Ram, he said certain things that will stick with me. That when crisis they come, they pick color, they pick tribe, they pick region. Now I make the one unite. No SAPP, no APC. Unite the young people them for demand better for protect the young people them. You know, he spoke with tears that he gave some of his colleagues they wouldn't come on at college. Wait today, some man from office don't lose job due to drugs and also the demand government as the parents for let we ensure say we protect the young people. And me as an MP now, I also they add my voice to that. Let we not be carried away. Let we know say we get more for do. Where you go sit to us. They say 9 subjects. He say you pass 7, but you not get English. What did they say? You not get requirement it. That's also that they say. Where you go do test now hospital. They say you not get typhoid, you not get this, you not get this. They all let you know more sugar boku. What do they do at that moment? They begin control the sugar. So it means if you see how they bring this, my sister, all our members of the youth committee, we want government to act. We want government for act for say we young people, me and you, we brother them, we party them, we sister them. They need to be protected. They need to be empowered. Today, Mr. Sef will be done the part of the launch, but the chairman was there, and it's welcoming that the president launched the sort of youth report. We now want to see now impact. More opportunities for young people, more rehabilitation centers, more funds to and logistical support to the NDLEA, the Ministry of Social Welfare, you know, empower the education programs. Them let we see how they curb the rejection, the massive rejection, and the was make how they will able to ensure say now adapt to the technology. So I think me, I will conclude with strong recommendation that let us. Steps are being made, but we have to do more for our young people.
Honorable need to do more, and honorable son are around 25, 20,
yeah, less than 30.
In terms of performance, now they less than 30. Then in our whole full fail. Yeah, so. But then if not to even then I fail na F. You know, so the boys still need for do more. So as they conclude, how now want for do more. Then if you also they pray to yourself, who's person to you put on.
Alright, a rather unfortunate way honorable they say he go give the government E. I not be one for believe say honorable na somebody way short-sighted. Because now only if somebody way short-sighted, now you go see all the development there, all the improvements our government will make in every then different areas for ensure say young people get a stand in a society. Government don't prioritize young people in every sector. So if honorable not see all that one day, I'm afraid that means the honorable short-sighted. But we pray that honorable go begin see in the future. Let me see the good things the way the government then do. And government is committed to do more. Government not say it don't stop there. Government committed for do more. So this status of the youth report we present here youth today. Now another commitment for sure say as a government, it ready for do more. And it get for do more. So we don't do plenty things them. And there are a lot of things that are also already on the way. So at this point, if we talk about the leadership positions, then talk about the empowerment stuff, them and on different areas there, government don't make a commitment and government don't work towards them commitment, and they foresee how government they achieve their commitment then they, and we on the right track. So I not believe say I not want for do any rating now. I just want for say government don't do more, don't do plenty, and government committed for do more. So let the people of Sierra Leone do the rating on government.
Honorable. Yes. So we end an answer. Honorable say no rate, but let the people then rate, and you know okay with your rating. And believe they don't do more, and if they don't rate them.
And before we close, Lawrence, Honorable talk about rehab centers and say for the every district. I just want to tell and say very soon there is another one where government get for open at the north. We get for be a big one. So as I say, there is a commitment, and government is working towards the commitment, and there are a lot of things that we they in play for ensure say we end the drugs. And before I left, I also want for re-echo the statements I have for say the Kush business or the drugs business, not all one person business. Kush is not political, is not religious, is not tribal. Now a menace. And the moment we realize say it's a menace, we come together and fight them, then we don't do well. So I call on every Sierra Leonean for come on board, join the government in the fight against Kush. Because where the security sector they go na them neighborhood there for crackdown and then on them drug lord then they now the same neighbor people and they tell them back say police the cow. Now the same neighbor then they hide them. Now the houses them. So I call on everybody for come on board. Let we fight these drugs here so. Not to President Bio no more they able forfeit them. Not to SLPP no more go forfeit them. This now a national project where everybody need for come on board. Let we get all hands on deck. Now go better for we. If you know to that, the youthful population, it will be a problem for we. So I tell you now all thank you. And I tell the one in Tenki way already there on the fight. The one they not there on the fight, they call on all una come and join the fight. It's a national fight. Thank you. All right, I will say plenty thank you.
So you're not able to see our H Tommy and Abiyama. This Abiyama na in the stress me. Then I also want to say plenty thank you to Honorable Ibrahim Barry, the Member of Parliament for the who represents the All People's Congress, and Honorable Tommy represent the Sierra Leone People's Party. Of course, me don't be Alex Lawrence Koma. We don't do tonight this net, and they say plenty thank you to Sao Koma for making us see with this net, and plenty thank you to Una who don't follow the program. For the past 1 hour 30 minutes. We appreciate tonight. Next week again we'll go there with another topic. Until then, get yourself a blessed night.
Country like Salon also every decision they touch the life of plenty people. One program they bring the voice of the people to the heart of politics.
This na Politics and the People, the program where they give the power to the people, explain the truth, and bring the leader them close to the citizen them.
Real discussion, real voice them, real impact. Join the debate and make them hear your voice.
Every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Now you platform with it up for the truth and civil engagement. Only on Liberty Online TV.
Let me talk about politics. Let me talk about people.
The Ministry of Social Welfare, in collaboration with the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities, Sierra Leone Union on Disability Issues, organizations of persons with disabilities, and our development partners, join the world to celebrate the International Day of Persons with Disabilities on the 3rd December at the Miata Conference Car Park, Yuri Building in Freetown. This event will be marked by advocacy on the rights and privileges of persons with disabilities in relation to the Persons with Disability Act and the United Nations Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disability, the Amman Berlin Declaration, and other declarations that Sierra Leone is a signatory to.
So, what will happen on this day?
On the 3rd, the day itself, we will have the celebration starting with a wheelchair parade in the morning. Then the event itself with speeches and commitments from the government and our development partners, followed by a panel session on the rights and privileges of persons with disabilities with ministries, departments, and agencies. Then a talent exhibition and fashion show, music, dance, and drama.
Is that all?
Not at all. On the 4th of December, we have partnered with the UN Women to have a very informative and engaging town hall session exclusively on women with disabilities.
Together, let us amplify the leadership of persons